This is Dave Espino, and on today's Daily Hustle, I want to talk about writing a book. And specifically, I want to compare how writing a book used to be with how it is today. Such a world of difference. Let me show you the first book I ever wrote. It's this one right here. It's called Treasure Hunting Collectible Redlines, Your Guide to Buried Hot Wheels Treasure. Now, this book was a little book that I wrote showing all the different ways that I had to find vintage Hot Wheels cars in my local area. Now, this book here cost me quite a bit of money to publish. Okay, I was self-published it. This was in about 1998 or maybe 1997. Okay, long time ago. The reason it cost me so much is because I had to get a photographer to help me with the cover, as you can see there. And the photographer charged me $800 to get a good quality product type shot, which at the time was actually a really good deal. Okay, now today I could use this camera right here on my phone to take a better quality photo than this was in 1997. Okay, so today I could take this picture with my camera and I wouldn't have to pay a photographer $800. There's $800 saved, right? Now, the other difference is I had to print a minimum of, I believe, 1,000 books in order for the price to be low enough in volume for it to make sense. So I had to print 1,000 copies up front. And if I remember correctly, the entire book project cost me like $2,400, something like that, to print 1,000 copies. It was pretty expensive to get this book done. Okay, fortunately, I started selling the book on my website. I happen to run one of the biggest online communities for vintage Hot Wheels collectors, and I started to sell the book on eBay, and I was selling it like hotcakes. People were buying it like crazy because they knew that I knew how to find these Hot Wheels cars, because I was always selling them on eBay. I was one of the top sellers of vintage Hot Wheels cars on eBay. They knew I was one of the top sellers, and they wanted my secrets. They wanted to know how I was finding these cars, how I was able to find them, collect them, buy them, and resell them. So altogether, this book, 1,000 copies of this book, cost me $2,400 up front to produce. That includes the photography cost, okay? Now, let me show you my latest book, this one here, Write a Great How-To Book Fast. This book, they're actually, look, they're about similar size, right? They're a little bit different in size, but very similar. Similar in thickness. This book cost me a total of about $60 to produce, okay? $2,400, $60. I'll take $60, right? Why was it $60? Well, I paid $21 to have a really good cover made by somebody on Fiverr. And I paid $40 to have one of my courses transcribed. One of my online courses was transcribed, and that is the guts of the book, the transcription of one of my courses. So I had already done the work of making the content through one of my online courses. I got the course transcribed, cost me $40. Then I did some minor editing to turn it into a book, make it readable, $60. $2,400. That's how far we've come. That's how amazing it is, because now I didn't have to print 1,000 copies of this book. In fact, I didn't have to print any copies of this book. I did print 2 copies to send to myself to double check it and make sure everything was correct in the book, right? But now, because books are print on demand through CreateSpace.com, you don't have to make a big upfront purchase of your book in order to get the volume discount of printing. They're printed on demand. In fact, this book right now is available on Amazon. So anytime somebody buys this paperback on Amazon, Amazon prints it for me and ships it for me and deals with customer service. That's how awesome it is. Guess what? With this book, I sold them on eBay. I had to not only pay upfront for the book, but I also had to ship every single copy that's sold. Okay? Here, it's print on demand and Amazon does the shipping for me. Amazing, right? That's how publishing has changed dramatically over the years. Self-publishing through print-on-demand marketplaces like CreateSpace and Amazon is amazing. It's an incredible way to turn what you know into income. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Hustle. I'll have some details on this below this video so you can check it out for yourself, and I'll see you tomorrow on the Daily Hustle.